Welcome everybody to your Wednesday night CEA Siege Open League matchup. Tonight we have Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University Prescott A team versus University of Texas San Antonio A team. I'm King of Dopeshire and I'm here with
Rotating Bagel.
How's everyone doing tonight? I hope you're excited. We have a very good match and we're going to get right into it once the teams are both ready. Our first map will be Clubhouse. And while we load it up, I'll give you a little bit of statistics for where we're at in the league. While this match is just starting, San Antonio is sitting 11th overall in Open League and first in their division. They have currently a 4-0 record, not losing a game yet. Let's see if they can keep that streak up. And Prescott is sitting at 1 win, 1 loss, and 2 ties, winning their game last week due to a forfeit, standing at 4th in their division. Still have a shot at the playoffs. So these teams are going to be competing for their 5th win in a row if they are San Antonio, Texas, or if they're Prescott, trying to get their 2nd win and pushing towards playoffs. We should be good to go right into this first match in a second. So on Prescott, we have Lord Maitland, Ace, Wolves, Ajax, and Fire Derp. And on San Antonio, we have Ugly Primo, Easy Money, BZ, Prime, and Vlad. We are just about to start here on Clubhouse. Second map of the night after half will be Consulate, so be sure to stay tuned for that after this first map. Best of 2 series. I'm excited. How about you?
I'm pretty excited too, man. I mean, Consulate is the one that I'm most excited for. Looking back on it, UT has banned it in all 4 of their previous matchups. So it should be fun to see what they pull out here tonight.
Yeah, I haven't casted a Consulate match this season. I've casted Clubhouse pretty much every night. So we'll see a lot of the usual stuff here. Although, I'm excited to see what these teams pull out. I've not seen either of these teams play.
Yeah, I mean, Embry-Riddle's played Clubhouse twice so far, and then UT has played it once. So it's not a super popular map for either of these teams. Should be interesting.
Yeah, and our first ban coming out from San Antonio is going to be Maverick. That's definitely going to help them lock down that CCTV cash room site. Maverick is not going to be able to trick that open. They're going to have to rely on Thatcher, Twitch, or IQ to really get that wall open. We're going to see the second attacking band come out in a second. Prescott taking their time.
I wouldn't be super surprised to see a Thatcher ban here, honestly. It's been pretty common amongst a lot of teams recently. Oh, or an IQ ban.
Yeah, it's definitely not the most common ban. I agree with you. I would have expected a Thatcher ban, but IQ is definitely saying like they don't need to use that utility, and that'll definitely help them when they go on defense.
Yeah, we'll see if they end up banning a Valkyrie here, because then that IQ would be a lot more useful if they had the Valkyrie still on the board.
Yeah, I would not be surprised if that Valkyrie came up. We are going to see who it is, and it's actually going to be Bandit, so they're going to have to rely on Kai to really lock down those exterior walls on Cash Room.
Or Mute, maybe. Who knows? But a Bandit ban, very interesting. Don't see that too often. And an Echo, that's pretty classic. Nobody likes playing against Echo.
Yeah, that's probably the most common ban we see here. Yeah. I'd say almost every map, every match we see Echo banned. With that, that's the end of our ban phase. We're going to get into the first round of the night.
It should be interesting to see what these teams pull out here. Going to second floor, CCTV and cash first. Pretty common, standard first sight. A lot of teams comfort pick. Yeah, I imagine we'll see a pretty standard rotation: CC, basement, and then gym, bedroom. Because nobody plays bar. Bar is awful.
Agreed. I don't think I've ever seen anyone play bar.
Yeah, I don't. Not even like ranked. You don't see that.
Yeah, it's just a site you don't touch.
Yep.
We are gonna get right into the first round. As you said, CCTV Cash Room is going to be San Antonio's first site that they pick. Definitely liking the lineup here. Bringing that Valkyrie is going to be strong because, as he said, that IQ ban is going to be a little rough now that that Valkyrie's in play. You won't have that IQ to hunt down those black eyes.
Yeah, the information that can be gathered from that Valkyrie will be invaluable to this defense here. Maybe get some outside cams, watch any peeks in from outside. And then they brought the Mute and the Kite here, so having the Bandit banned, they brought every other hard breach denial they possibly could.
Yeah, definitely a smart decision because Mute can also cut off that drone hole from that Kindle's side balcony into the hallway near CCTV, and that can be pretty strong as a lot of teams like to drone out through there, especially if they had a Twitch. It would be a strong counter. Twitch was not brought this time, but it is a pick you do sometimes see here.
Yeah, Twitch is typically like a comfort pick operator you'll see for a lot of entry fraggers. Great gun, easy to play for a lot of people. But they did opt to pick the Thermite over the Hibana, which makes sense. You want that whole CCTV wall to be opened if you can. We'll see if they actually are able to get it open though. Not sure what the setup for denial is here.
Yeah, well, speaking of denial, looks like it's not going to go off. Yeah, they're going to get it. Prime is going to take some shots on the catwalk balcony in garage. And Lord is actually going to go down. Vlad picking up the first pick of the night for San Antonio.
Right outside of main entrance, that's going to be tough for the rest of this attack. Now you can't clear those first floor roamers from over on that side of the map. So this take is probably going to have to be centered entirely around the CCTV walls.
Yeah, and you're also missing your Capital now, so you won't be able to smoke and then plant. Ajax is going to get that garage wall open as Prime is going to fall back. Walls is going to fire some shots into the main entrance. Not going to hit too many of them as the defender will fall back.
Did take him down pretty low there, though, so we'll see. Pulse one bullet away. Pulse and Jaeger are both just one bullet away from death here from any gun. So they have to play this round a lot more carefully than they would have previously.
They're going to have to be extra careful here, especially because they only have 1:15 left, and that's a decent amount of time, but they are down an operator. They still have to deal with the utility for Impulse and Valkyrie. That extra information can prove vital as the round closes up. Ace is going to get the pick onto Vlad, putting it back at an even match. 1 minute left. Easy Money is going to get the ping that someone is outside. Is going to throw the C4. Is going to hit it as Prime also takes down Ace. Easy Money getting that C4 on the Wolves. Definitely going to help them out.
And just like that, we're in a 2v4. With 44 seconds left on the clock, this looks pretty good for the defense. Takes one down, and then, yeah, now it's a 1v3. Not much Nomad can do here. No diffuser. 30 seconds on the clock. They know exactly where she is. I imagine this is just going to be a round where I would sit back and just talk to my team, figure out what went wrong there.
Yeah, as you said, Fire Dirt not going to have too much of an option. The diffuser is down. Not enough time to get 3 kills and the diffuser, or the diffuser I should say. However, is going to fire. It's going to take down Easy Money. 10 seconds left to pick up 2 kills. Is going to be spotted. Prime is going to get the shot from Garage, winning the first round for San Antonio.
That was a really interesting round. I mean, I think a lot of it hinged on that Capital getting taken out so early. Wasn't able to smoke off any of sight or deny any holds with those firebolts. So that was probably a major loss that they can't really afford in this next round.
Yeah, and that Capital would definitely be very helpful clearing out the balcony on Garage. We see a lot of players pretty much on every team always put someone in there, 1 or 2 people just camping up there, using the cover as best as they can to just deny a Garage push. And that proved pretty effective as Prime pretty much just sat there for a decent amount of the round and picked up some kills by just sitting there and holding that area.
Yeah, and even if he hadn't gotten those kills, it's important to note that the time that he wasted was really important. He brought that time down to, I think it was just over a minute before anything really happened for the attack. And by then they might have gone into some sort of a little bit of a panic and just ended up losing a bunch of gunfights in a row and then ultimately the round.
Looks like we're going to see an impact trick coming out here on the side of San Antonio. We just saw Prime use a shotgun to open up the floor next to that hatch. It's definitely indicative of an impact trick. Definitely going to be smart. Probably have an easy money sit there, just waiting for the thermite charge. And X-Kairos, we do note that they did pick up the Habana, which is definitely going to be nice to have that extra hard breach.
Yeah, now running the double hard breach, that gives you a lot more opportunities of where you want to go in, and then if one of them ends up dying, unfortunately, you would still have that extra backup to open some of those vital hatches to get down into that basement site.
Yeah, they're going to be looking for an early pick on one of those hard breachers. Would definitely help them out. Vlad is currently sitting all the way up in garage. No one really knows that they're there. Not droning out. As I say that, Vlad is droned out from CCTV. Cash is going to be forced to kind of stay there and hopefully rotate out before they can get picked off.
Oh,
Fire Derp is actually going to wallbang Vlad from the central roof.
And that intel from the drone was immensely helpful there, as we saw. Just able to get that kick right to the wall. Jaeger couldn't really do anything about it at all. And now just like that.
That's a very powerful gun already down. Your prime roamer is pretty much out for the count right away.
So yeah, now I'm not sure if they know yet, but they do have second floor control, which is really, really important in this basement take. You're going to want to make your way through second floor and clear all the way down to the bottom just to make sure there's no roamers to get you on a flank or anything once you're down there.
Yeah, I mean, as you said, they have good control right here. They're getting all the way through. They have starting to get control kitchen. Ugly Primo does have a drone, though. One of the Mozzie pests did pick up one, using it to kind of drone out kitchen and that first floor bar area. Not finding anyone quite yet, but knows that there are now people in the lobby stocks area by garage, 3 of them to be exact. And with only a minute and 15 left, they're going to have to make some pushes, start getting those hatches. And they're going to have to start making their way downstairs.
Yeah, so now with that intel from the Mozzie drone, you know there's going to be a moto push here. Doesn't seem like they're going to go for kitchen, so that impact hold won't be worth it. C4 gets 1-2. Incredible. That was a great C4 throw from the Mozzie.
Yeah, definitely, as you said, using that drone, picking up the double kill. However, Ajax is going to respond by picking down BZ.
And just like that, back into the 3v3 situation.
This is definitely very close, as they really only have control of that main stairwell. Ajax is droning out what they can of Church, but they're going to have to start pushing with only 33 seconds left in the round. They're running a little bit out of time as Ajax drops by Church. Going to take out the main cam, trying to open up that wall from the basement hallway into Church. Only 22 seconds left in the round. They're running out of time as Easy Money is going to peek down the main hallway. Not going to find anyone as Ajax is going to peek in as Ace takes down Easy Money.
And this mini bar wall open is not really paying off for him. Mozzie gets 1, and then Zofia goes down, and Nomad's the last one left. Mozzie on a quad kill here. Yeah, unfortunately, ran out of time there. The push happened a little bit too late.
Yeah, Ugly Primo ran away with that quad kill. That's pretty impressive, I'd say.
All started out with that double C4 kill, and then, you know, the attackers ran out of time, just had to run into sight, and ended up running right into his bullets. It's unfortunate to see that happen to him, but
I mean, as you were saying in the middle of the round, that Mozzie drone gave a ton of intel, because that pretty much led to that double C4, which secured them a decent advantage going into the late game of the round. And then the next double kill definitely helped a lot.
Yeah, the hold that they had on the basement for UT in that 3v3 scenario was great. They had one person in blue, one person in Church, and then one person playing over in Arsenal behind boxes. So no matter where the push came from, there was always somebody to meet it directly, and then there would have been somebody to swing and take out and refrag if that opportunity presented itself.
Yeah, and I mean, once you get down to the sub 30-second mark, you're really playing time a lot more than kills, because if you can trade 20 seconds off their clock for your life, that gives them only 10 seconds to secure the other 2 and plant, and that's not very good odds. And that's kind of what we saw happen the last round, where You know, 30 seconds, really the only control they had was getting that church wall open, and besides that, they had to go up against a 3v3 scenario with well-entrenched defenders.
Yeah, at that point, so late in the round, there isn't really time to gather any more intel, so they had to just really go in blind and assume where everyone was going to be. Didn't work out for them, but now we're going to go back. We're going to go over to a gym bedroom defense, which is, again, the typical third site for people in the rotation, and see if maybe UT can get this perfect rotation here. Be nice for them.
Yeah, they're going to be relying on the mute because Bandit is now available. Opted not to take the kite. Instead, they're going to bring the castle. Also, very common pick you see here.
Yeah, castle deny some information, and then also just make the attackers have to waste utility to get to where they want to be. Oh, great shot from the pulse. That was a cheeky little angle from down in dirt. Don't see that very often. That was awesome. I'd love to see that.
That was also insanely unfortunate for Prescott.
Very.
That is their thermite. I couldn't tell if they had already got the wall open or not. I thought I might have saw it open. They are going to get the hatch. And wall was open, fortunately for them. So they do have that advantage. But the diffuser is going to be outside. None of them have picked it up yet. They're going to have to spend about 15 seconds picking that up. At least one of their players is Lord Make is going to be peeking in the bathroom. Two people there. Is going to be saved by the shield. Not going to pick up a kill, though. Is going to, however, down Prime.
Not sure if he knows he's down. Breezy gets the second kill in the round, and then traded immediately back by Maked and Ace.
Definitely very interesting position here as that Blackbeard is peering in from outside and making their way towards construction, but they have San Antonio has two operators that are very low, especially Prime, just getting picked right back up. As I say that, Easy Money is going to get the pick on the Wolves. Their Thatcher is going down. Ace knows someone is near that balcony, is going to try to pick them up, but they're going to have to work pretty hard here.
Important to note in that gunfight, while Thatcher did lose, Ace gets one more while I'm talking about it. He did bring the mute's health down very low, so now both members of the defense are down to one bullet, and mute gets a second kill. Does C4 maybe? Nope, doesn't quite grab him. Blackbeard able to take down one here, and now it's back to a 1v1, both one bullet away. No diffuser yet, and picks it up. 25 seconds left. Pulse is in a very advantageous situation here. He can gather all the info. He doesn't have to sit on site. Did waste his C4, so doesn't have that for a plant denial. But with the floors being so soft, might be able to get something, but no, he's gonna plant right on the bed inside a bedroom. Plant will go down, but Pulse, yeah, comes right back up, gets it immediately traded back, and we'll see that disable.
Yeah, definitely smart play by both players. You know, that plant on the bed is pretty much the only spot that you're safe from Pulse without the C4. However, that was a good read from BZ, realizing that the plant was going down on the bed and rushing up there just in the nick of time to take out the last attacker from Prescott and securing their third straight round win for the map.
Yeah, just like that, they completed the cycle, and now we're going to go straight back to CC and Cash. I think that round was decided once the thermite went out early. I imagine that not only do you lose an operator that's really important so early, but getting picked off like that can't feel great.
Yeah, agreed.
So
definitely a cheeky angle from that dirt tunnel. We don't see that too often. A lot of players don't even check it because most people don't run that. I highly doubt San Antonio is going to try that again, though.
No, I'm sure Embry will be checking that every single round for the rest of their attack. I would be.
Definitely.
That's not one of those angles you want to die to twice.
We are going to go back here, though. As you said, the CCTV cash room, second floor. Definitely round decided by early picks last time. Let's see if Embry Prescott can really just rely on their entry frag and try to get out some roamers early on so they have more free reign of first floor earlier in the round.
Yeah, all they need to do really is win those initial gunfights. Because we see this exact same operator lineups coming out from both teams as we did the first time this site was played. And in that first round, when we saw this site, again, Capital went out super early and wasn't able to have any impact on the round, didn't get to use any of his bolts. So if he can manage to stay alive until their actual push goes down, we might see a different result here on this site.
Fire Derp is already going to be prepping those air jabs on some common runouts by the gym bedroom area. We're going to have Wolves and Ajax try to open up that wall as early as they can. Being mindful of the runout, Ajax did see someone going towards that area. Vlad is trying to get the same peak as last time, and is actually going to take out Lord Macon again. The Capital going down right away.
Yeah, that does not bode well for the rest of the round here. Again, that utility is super important to this push. Without it, you have to rethink your entire attack strategy if you are Embry.
Yeah, Fire Derp does have a little bit of cover here from those air jabs. Ajax is going to be looking for that stray roamer first floor that took out their friend. However, not sure if they're even there anymore. They're playing pretty smart about rotating off. Yeah, they have Breezy back upstairs. Vlad has rotated all the way back towards garage.
Yeah, into lounge over there. An interesting spot. Maybe we'll see the attack push in through garage here and Vlad able to get a nice little pick from the lounge entrance to garage. And Breezy has made his way back downstairs in the pulse. I wonder if Embry will be able to see that. Prime gets one on, I don't know where that was. I was downstairs in lounge. Interesting.
Yeah, this round is looking pretty similar as last time. As Easy Money takes down Wolves with the headshot. Pretty much in the hands of San Antonio. They just have to hold sight and not let Ajax or Fire Derp get carried away and start fragging out. Again, Fire Derp does have that flank coverage due to the air jabs, but is going to opt to go first floor, knows someone is down there, and actually does get the kill on a Breezy. There's someone else as two, yeah, Vlad and BZ are taken down. Is now a decent chance for Prescott to take this round.
Yeah, the momentum swung back 3 for Fire Derp here. Nobody there to refrag either. That's really unfortunate if you're UT here, because you go from a 5v2 back down to a 2v2 in a matter of a few seconds.
Fire Derp is going to be making their way up by garage. Ugly Primo is going to take out Fire Derp though, ending the triple kill streak. It is all up to Ajax. Ajax is going to get the knife kill. It's just down to Ajax. And Ugly Primo is going to get the headshot, winning their 4th round. So close. Such a good showing from the last 2 members of Embry-Riddle Prescott.
Yeah, that was a little too close for comfort there if you're UT. You don't want to see a round come down to an ending like that. But as long as they were able to win it, I mean, that's good enough for them, I guess. It was.
Yeah, I mean, came down really close. As I said, the only way they could get back is if one of their players started fragging out, and then immediately they had a triple kill from Fire Derp. And that's what they need. Let's hope they can keep that momentum up. They are down 0-4. It's not over yet. 2 more rounds left in the half. Going 2-4 on attack is not the worst thing you can do on Clubhouse.
Yeah, I would say you didn't lose the half, definitely. It depends on how much momentum you can have going in to your defending side. So if Embry was able to win these next 2 rounds, that'd be good for them to have those 2 victories going right into their defensive round and be able to have a little bit more of that momentum going forward.
Yeah, and a lot of people talk about the classic 4-2 split on defense on a lot of maps. Usually you're going to win 4 out of the 6 rounds in the half. So this currently is shaping up to be just, I don't want to say average, because this round can decide whether San Antonio can potentially clutch map 1 early on, or whether Prescott has a fighting chance to come back and at least tie up the map.
Yeah, this round is really important for Embry, Prescott. You don't want to see them lose this round, just primarily because, I mean, going 5-1 into your defensive half, not great to begin with, but just that the hit your team takes to the morale is really unfortunate.
I mean, they're going to need all they can get, especially going into the next map. I mean, this is San Antonio's map, don't forget, so they should be the ones more comfortable here. However, Prescott is going to start droning in, already noting that someone is up stairs, and they're going to get picked off. Vlad getting taken out by Fire Derp. A nice opening pick from Prescott. That is their main roamer down.
Yeah, that's what you want to see. Fire Derp's been fragging out for Prescott throughout this game, so having them get the opening kill, that bodes well for the rest of this round for them.
Yeah, and they just have to keep going from here, because I believe this is pretty much exactly similar to what we saw the last time we were on the site. Vlad got taken out pretty early, but then Prescott kind of stalled going onto the first floor, especially due to that double C4 from Ugly. So they're going to have to watch out for that as they start getting control of the garage stock area, trying to get that blue hatch open as quick as they can, potentially, or maybe just going straight for bar.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if they go for the same style of push they went for last time. They're going to get that moto hatch open right away. About the same timing that they had the first time they tried to take basement. Same C4 goes out, misses this time. They were ready for it. And now with that C4 off the board, that's one less piece of plant denial over for UT. Now the push down towards blue begins.
Yeah, and that was a good adaptation made. Prime is going to take out Fire Derp, though, putting it back at a 4v4. As I was saying, that is a good adaptation that we saw that they anticipated the C4 coming out. Definitely good on Prescott reading that and adapting to it. However, they did lose Fire Derp, their Nomad, in the meantime, and they get Ajax out with the C4 from Prime. It is now back to a 3v4. Prime is a little low, but they still have a chance here.
Ugly taking out one down here in Ace, and you got to imagine such a little time left in the round. These lesions are going to play a problem.
Yeah, with all those goo mines down, they're going to have trouble with the last 15 seconds. Lord Macon is actually injured and taken out by Ugly Primo with a double kill. It is all up to Wolves. A crucial round here. Is going to pick up two, actually. Prime.
Now they know where he is, though. Yeah, 1 second left. Oh, gets a third. Oh, that's heartbreaking. You run out of time, get a clutch 3K there. Oh, hate to see that happen.
Yeah, the last two rounds have been very close for Prescott, coming down to a 1v1 situation, losing because of pretty much because they're being forced by time. If they can pick it up a little bit, they can definitely pick up this last round, especially as we go back to Gym Bedroom for the second time tonight.
Yeah, and with that fifth round on the board, this now has become a much larger mountain for Prescott to climb back up in their defensive half. Hopefully they can get this one round. I mean, if you're going to win any round on any site, it's probably going to be on Gym Bedroom, typically teams' weakest sites. And the first time it was played, it came down to the very last little sliver of health for both players.
Yeah, and I mean, as it stands, UT San Antonio is currently undefeated as of the end of week 4. We're now in week 5, so they're playing their 5th game. So they're on par to at least kind of guarantee themselves a tie here. If they can win this round and at least one attacking round, they secure the map win, which is pretty good for them, especially in their playoff seeding, which they're going to be looking for here. Currently sitting at 11th overall in the Open League. But as for Prescott, they need to win this round. You know, as you're saying, going in 1-5 is bad enough, but 0-6 is insanely hard to overcome.
Yeah, you don't see many teams come back from an 0-6 deficit. At least going into your defending round, your defending half, you have a little bit better chances for most teams. But I don't know, I just don't see a 6-0 comeback happening for them.
Yeah, hopefully, not only does getting the 6 guarantee you that you're at least tying the map, you're not losing the map, but 6 rounds winning means you can't make any mistakes. One single mistake and you lose the game. So it's a lot more stakes. Every round is pretty much It literally is match point for them. But if you mess up once, it can cost you the map, and that's rough. That's not something you have to deal with when it's like 0-1, 0-3, or anything close to that.
Yeah. Speaking of rough, this Valcam providing a lot of very valuable intel for UT here. They seem to not have even looked around for a Valcam, which is interesting because they have to know at this point that they've brought a Valk every round. And you're going to see a lot of those cams get thrown outside. Because a lot of that play from attackers happens outside on this map. We'll be able to get Jacuzzi wall open. Mute backs off. Gave up. But he did waste all 3 of Thatcher's EMPs there. So there won't be any more of those to clear on a utility.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty big, as Ajax is going to use the last exothermic to get into construction. But for the meantime, minute and a half, not too much has happened. No one has been shot at yet currently. BC is going to go for the same peak as last time. We said they wouldn't do it, and they're proving us wrong.
You just... Oh, he saw it that time. Yeah, you don't die to that twice. Ajax knew, called him out on it. Unfortunate for BZ, but, you know, try to play that trick twice, you know, sometimes you get burned for it.
We do have a disconnect from one of the players on Prescott because it is in the middle of action phase. We will not have reheats this round. We will be forced to play it out. So, unfortunately, it's now at a 4v4 for Prescott. They had the operator advantage, but now losing it. Now they're down 1 is Ugly Primo takes out Fire Derp. Pretty much their lead fragger for the night. This is going to be a little bit hard for them. They still have some decent firepower, though, with the Sophia.
Mute playing in this bathroom has been great on with that SMG-11 this whole map. So we'll see if he's able to make anything happen with that from this position. It seems like they know exactly where Prescott is going to be pushing from. Ace able to take out 1 on that, and then, but immediately gets refragged by Prime.
Wolves is going to pick up easy money with only 6 seconds left. It's all down to Wolves. Diffuser's down. Not much of a chance as Ugly Primo is just going to spray. Not going to get the pick, but it's going to play out the time. Ending the half 6-0 for San Antonio. That's pretty strong.
Yeah, that's not the position you want to be in if you're Prescott here. And I hate to say it, but that disconnect definitely played a huge impact on that round. It's really unfortunate, but I mean, you lose a player like that in the middle of the round, it messes up your entire attack strategy, and you're just probably pretty annoyed about that happening. So unfortunate to see, but it is what it is, and they'll now move on to their defensive half, see if they can at least take a few rounds.
Yeah, I mean, round differential is also important in CEA. That does factor into, you know, point ties and all that, who goes where, who goes to playoffs. So every round counts, even if they end up losing this map. So they definitely want to keep trying.
Sitting at a -1 round differential overall. And then UT is sitting at a plus 37 round differential for the season, which is really impressive.
Yes, definitely. It's a lot of rounds.
Yeah.
That's more rounds than I can count on my fingers.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. The math definitely checks out there.
Yeah, it does check out.
Yeah, but another important thing is if Prescott takes like 3 or 4 rounds here before they lose, they might be able to carry some momentum into the next map, as it will be their pick of Consulate, a map that San Antonio really has tried not to play so far this season. We'll see how that plays out for both teams. In the meantime, it is match point on Clubhouse. I'm excited. This could go either way here.
Yeah. Prescott opting to go down to basement first, not opting for that first round CCTV cache defense. It'll be interesting to see if UT has seen this coming or not. Depends on how much research they did on this map. But
I mean, they have the Habanas, so at the very least they have that pick, which is definitely going to help them out, taking out some hatches. The sledge is actually going to be pretty vital for getting that vertical gameplay in Kitchen if they can take control of that.
Yeah, these operator picks from UT seem to indicate that they had a feeling they would be dealing with the basement defense first. That's the soft destruction from Sledge on all those soft floors from first floor down into arsenal and kitchen. That is tough to deal with if you're a defender.
We are going to see Prescott pick up the Maestro and the Ella, which I believe, did not see played the previous 6 rounds in the last half. So that's
Yeah.
some new faces coming out on the defense.
Interesting to see how the Maestro will impact this round for them. Very, very good gun coming out. And then, yeah, the impact trick does prevent kitchen hatch from being open there. Kind of unfortunate if you're BZ. Don't like to see that happen. But able to get the moto hatch open now. And I think because of that impact trick, they'll probably end up modifying their attack strategy a little bit. Maybe putting sledge in kitchen here now. Or just goes right back and gets that kitchen hatch.
Yeah, Maestro spent 2 impacts on the previous trick, so not going to be able to pick that one up.
Nope.
Luckily, Primo has a very long angle all the way from second floor office onto site. Easy Money is going to take some shots onto site. Not going to land any fire dirt hanging out in blue. Easy Money is still in this firefight, only taking damage for themselves, not landing in.
I imagine we're going to see a pinch here coming out onto that blue. Sledge not able to take out Mozzie, and then gets him as he's running away, actually. It's very unfortunate. Prime takes out one.
Easy. It's going to take out Lord Make as Fire Derp gets a refrag onto Easy Money.
And
Prescott not looking too hot here. It's just up to Wolves. Prime is putting the diffuser down. Wolves is going to take a few shots and is going to be taken out. San Antonio is going to win the match. 7-0.
Nothing you can really do from that position, no matter what operator you're playing, but especially with the TCSG. I've seen a lot of people do a lot of really good things with that gun, but in a 4v1 coming from dirt, unlikely.
Yeah, I mean, that's just unfortunate. San Antonio really took a lot of map control very fast, especially in the kitchen. Looks like we are going to take a quick 5-minute break. Do not go anywhere. We will come back with Consulate, same teams, most likely same players, same everything, hopefully the same intensity.
That'd be
See
crazy
you
if
in
we
5.
came in with different teams. That would be wild.
Wait, are we out? Okay. Be right back in 5. Welcome back, everybody, from our quick intermission. If you missed us in the first half, we had San Antonio versus Embry-Riddle Prescott A team. San Antonio won 7-0 on Clubhouse. We are now going to Prescott's map pick, which will be Consulate, with San Antonio defending first. We are going to get the first ban right away. San Antonio is going to opt to ban Thatcher.
That's been a much more popular ban recently. I like to see it a lot. I think it requires the attack strategies to be changed up a little bit, more variety involved. And then the Maverick ban too, that is going to make it almost impossible to get any real hard breach off, unless, I mean, if you're playing Garage, you just go up into piano with a buck or something. But for the most part, hard breach is going to be really difficult for this game with those two attacking bans.
Yeah, that's interesting because Prescott banned the Maverick and they start on attack. That could come back to bite them. However, they are going to counter that with the Bandit ban, making it, as you said, a little bit easier to just go up in piano and just take out, using a buck or a sledge, all the anti-hard breach.
I would imagine a Valkyrie ban here. She's really powerful in this map, but Mira, actually, yeah, that also makes sense. Also very, very powerful in this map. Kind of got to pick the lesser of two evils on that one, I guess.
I mean, we're also going to have Echo up, which we don't quite see too often here.
Oh, that is true.
So that is going to be a little bit interesting. That is one of the first times I've seen Echo all season. Most people just ban him away, sorry. But, you know, with the Mira and Bandit out, they're going to have the option to play Echo and probably not going to pick him up, as looking like they're going to opt to take some more anti-hard breach and area denials, such as Goyo.
Yeah, I like to see the Goyo pick on this basement defense. It'll slow any pushes. You're probably going to see more of the shields back towards Visa's side. They aren't really going to get much use towards Garage side. Maybe you could put one on yellow. But other than that, I would imagine we're going to see the majority of them closer to main stairs and Visa stairs.
Attackers need to locate and defuse.
Interesting that they left both Maestro and Echo on the board and didn't take either one of them, though.
I mean, I'm also... They definitely have a plan, because if you have Maestro and Echo available and you don't take either, you definitely have a plan for either hard roaming, or definitely I could see them playing more for a retake. Having that Jaeger and that Pulse is definitely going to be very advantageous late round when the attackers don't have too much time.
I think that they 6-pick into that Pulse, right? Or was that...
I didn't...
I think they had the Vigil first. I'm not sure.
Oh yes, you're right. They did have the Vigil, and then they 6-pick it onto the Pulse. So they're not gonna. Prescott's not gonna know that Pulse is in play. That could be potentially deadly to them. However, they do have IQ. Wolves is running that operator, which is definitely gonna be helpful later in the round.
Kind of got lucky bringing the IQ and then having UT pick into the Pulse. But we'll see if he can actually make anything of it.
Big Mick is already using that cardiac sensor. Going to be looking onto the first floor. However, San Antonio is already roaming up near admin office. They do have some attackers right outside the window. Vlad is going to exchange shots and not going to find them. Is going to get droned out. It's pretty much a firefight here all the way across the map side.
And even if they don't win this fight, if they don't prevent them from getting into admin here and they have to fall back, they've already wasted a full minute here. So that's going to be a pretty big hindrance to the attack of Prescott.
Yeah, and I'm actually really liking this combo here of having Big Mick try to tell the teammates upstairs that there's no one immediately outside or under them, which is kind of helpful. We can see that combo working here with Big Primo, as Big Primo is sitting up in admin on that hatch, looking towards Visa, not going to find anyone, but knows no one is there right now.
Yeah, I believe that Zofia from Ace is actually the first person into the building from attack. Fire Drip gets taken out by Jaeger through playing a projector through the connector wall there. Oof. You hate to see that. I don't think he didn't get that intel. Gets taken out over by Long Desk from the Mozzie. Mozzie gets a second one, and now we're in a 2v5 situation with IQ left alone up in CEO office. And then Hibana trying to make her way in through Yellow Stairs door.
Yeah, it seems like most of San Antonio is starting to rotate back through the Visa side of the map to Garage because they realize all they have to do now is really hold. It doesn't quite matter how much map control Prescott gets now because they have enough guns to just hold off every angle. Speaking of that, Vlad is going to hold the angle tight, going to take down Lord Make, and it's all up to Wolves getting the refac onto Vlad.
And if you're UT at this point, you could give up the entire map to Prescott and just sit on site, and you'd probably be fine. But we are going to see Primo here. Going to get the going to lose that gunfight down in main stairs, but then immediately Big Mick is able to refrag onto Wolves there.
Yeah, San Antonio definitely picking up the win, especially due to that admin hold, wasting a minute and a half of Prescott's time, proving deadly when they don't have an option to open up Garage pretty easily. I say that's what won them the round.
Oh yeah, the roamers played a major role in the victory for UT there. They did their job pretty much perfectly. You can't ask for much better performance from your roamers there. They were able to not only waste time, but get several kills, win a lot of their gunfights, and then really just force Prescott to have to reevaluate their entire attack strategy, which they ended up not being able to do and ended up losing the round because of it.
We are going to see some new operators come out here we've not seen. Gridlock is going to be picked up by Wolves, and that's going to definitely help them, especially on the second floor where there's only really 3 ways to rotate up from below, and cutting off those, especially towards admin side, is going to be advantageous to Prescott, being able to cut off the rotations and not having to worry about their back immediately.
Yeah, especially with how heavy of a roam presence UT has had throughout this series. Bringing the Gridlock and the Nomad, if you can effectively use their gadgets, you can pretty much shut down any late round flanks from UT with just those 2 operators alone. Don't really have to worry about it much at all. But that is assuming that they're actually able to make it onto site for the post-plant hold.
Yeah, and it looks like they're putting the castles towards admin a little bit. Looks like we're going to have Ugly Primo kind of hanging out in that admin area, trying to slow down Prescott as much as they can. Prime is going to be camping in the kitchen as of now.
Ugly Primo has just thrown a cam outside from admin, and now has made his way back down into... They were headed towards Visa, but we'll see. Oh, back upstairs. That's a really nice cam from Ugly. It's really hard to spot, and it provides a lot of valuable intel, so now they know where this attack is going to be coming from. But unfortunately, Lord able to get that opening pick from this upside down rappel. That could be really, really important. Gets a second one too, even though they knew exactly where he was. And now you've taken out one of the biggest fraggers from UT on the Jaeger, and then Castle don't really have much to worry about there. It's not that's not like a really important operator to keep throughout the end of the round. Not a great gun, used all their utility already. But it's looking great for Prescott here on this attack, and we'll see if they can finish it up and get into this post-plant scenario.
Ugly Primo is going to get the C4 from below on a fire derp. Just misses Lord barely as Ace picks down easy money, putting it back in favor as Ugly Primo is going to miss the peak as Ajax is going to return fire, picking up Ugly Primo, leaving it just up to Big Mick on the exit stairs. Not looking too good for San Antonio, however, there's still a minute and 10 seconds left in the round as Big Mick is going to take the kill on an Ajax.
Unfortunately, now they do know exactly where Big Mick is playing from.
Cover the
So
diffuser.
all they have to do right
Bomb
now is
located by
just get the bomb plant down and not lose any gunfights. Just like that, round 2 goes over the way of Prescott, taking their first round of the entire series.
Yeah, definitely getting the first round for the night. Feels good for Prescott. They have an attack win on a site that usually defenders would walk away from. They definitely played out very well, especially Lord getting those first 2 initial picks in the admin kitchen area. Definitely a good showing from them.
Yeah, that was really, really important, not only for the success of that attack, but just to, get spirits up on the team. Even though they'll win that round is I would imagine is going to be pretty huge for the rest of this match.
Yeah, I mean, it is their map. They have the opportunity here to tie up the series tonight. If they win this map entirely, isn't they reach the 7-round threshold, they will go 1-1 split in the series. And that makes them the first team that San Antonio has not won against.
Yeah, that would be very, very interesting. San Antonio taking their first loss to the number 4 ranked team. Well, not loss, but first not win, rather. It's looking like UT is going for a similar setup here to the one that they had last round. I'm not sure if the castle barricades are in the same locations. And we'll see if Ugly decides to throw out a different outside cam here too.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like they're, as you said, running a mostly similar lineup we had that rotate into long desk from site. Last time we're having it again. The main lobby door is already open as Wolves tries to go towards Visa admin side with teammates Big Mick spotting a good amount of them, pretty much the entire team with that cardiac sensor.
So now they know exactly where this push is coming from. Not that they didn't have an inkling that they were going to go for an admin take anyways. That's what they've done for the past 3 rounds, but it's good to know for sure that that's what you're dealing with.
Ajax is going to drone in, having it taken down. Not going to manage to pick up the kill onto Prime, running past the window. Vlad is definitely learning from last time. Just barely sees Lord, not going to get the kill.
And not going to be able to pick that up. Good awareness, though, knowing that Lord was going to probably go for that same peek in. Not letting him get quite as much of a successful job with that one this time. Now, Vlad able to make his way successfully out of Visa. He was in a pretty dangerous situation, almost getting pinched. Unfortunate timing for the attackers there, not pushing in.
However, they do have decent control of admin side, especially on the exterior. Big Mick is still trying to use that cardiac sensor as it looks like they're moving their push towards the exit stairwell side as Vlad is just sitting there low health, not really going to be able to rotate out, manages to find their way into bathroom, just barely misses being killed by Ajax. Gonna safely get back onto site.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive maneuvering from Vlad to make it through all those dangerous lines of sight without taking a single bullet there. And now able to hold this angle from CEO Cubby. I don't know if he saw that arm there, maybe? It doesn't look like it. Oh, he got it.
San Antonio is going to pick up.
It was on the screen. I don't know if he saw it.
San Antonio is picking up that first kill. Take out that, and also Vlad is going to respond again with the refrag. Or sorry, the frag onto Ajax's. Big Mick gets a C4 on an ace, and Big Mick and Lord trade, winning San Antonio their first round on second floor.
Wow, that was incredible play from Vlad on that Jaeger there. Able to take a pretty bad situation, being down to such low health so early in the round, rotate all the way from Visa downstairs, up yellow, to the top of yellow stairs, and then in through bathroom, eventually into the CEO Cubby, without taking a single bullet and being unseen the entire time, and then able to get those 2 kills that were crucial to the round win.
Yeah, definitely impressive showing. Did get picked off the previous round first, so definitely a nice comeback. It's important to note that now we're going back down a cafe garage, and this was a site that Prescott really struggled with their first round of the map. So we could potentially see, if they don't adapt, San Antonio going 1-3 at the end of this fourth round.
Yeah, so the biggest things to note for Prescott here on this attack is if they're going to go for the same admin hold, got to make sure they get plenty of drones into that admin area. Make sure they clear out the roamers as soon as possible. And not only win the gunfights, but make sure they don't waste too much time trying to clear out those roamers up there.
Yeah, they're going to need that IQ because Big Mick is really loving that pulse. He's picked that 100% so far during their time in the series tonight, coming in on this map as a sub. And that's going to be pretty vital, as you're saying, for that admin hold. If Prescott wants to take control of that, they're going to have to take out Big Mick because that intel is going to slow down Prescott an insurmountable amount of time.
Yeah. You know, I mean, the funny thing that I think about this pulse pick is that he keeps sixth picking it every round. And at this point, like, if you're Prescott, you got to understand he's probably going to take it anyways. I just think it's weird that he's going for the sixth pick every time anyways.
I mean, they also have the IQ, so the IQ theoretically should be a nice counter to pretty much almost every single one of these operators. I mean, Mozzie is definitely countered by IQ. You have Kaid and Jaeger. It's pretty much a very strong pick here. They just have to put it to use. They have a potential to tie this map up right now.
It doesn't seem that UT has the same admin presence as it did the first time they held basement. And Prescott isn't even attacking there anyway, so it's a pretty good adaptation from both sides. Sledge taking a lot of damage there in that altercation with Ugly, but Ugly unfortunately not able to get the kill. And now they have the intel on him that he's sitting in that projector room, now over at the top of Visa Stairs. Ooh, Ugly able to get that first kill with the C4. Not a great start to this round. Vlad able to take out a second one.
Vlad is going to push up.
Refragged.
Yeah, Vlad pushing up, trying to get the second kill. Ace taking a lot of shots, going to be taken down by Vlad. Vlad once again pulling up really hard on the Brom game. It looks like San Antonio is going to secure their third round here. However, it's not too close to call it yet. Ajax and Lord still have a potential to frag out here, turning this 1v5 or 2v5 into something a little bit better for them.
Yeah, it would take nothing short of a miracle here, because UT is winning a lot of their gunfights, but we'll see if they can pull something out. It'd be really interesting to watch that happen. Maybe even get just a couple kills here would be nice for them. Yep, gets the first one. Now back down to a 2v4 here. Takes out Vlad, so that's huge. He was the one getting a lot of the kills here for UT. So that's a thorn out of their side.
You're gonna have to be careful. They still have 40 seconds. They had a decent amount of time to actually take this. And Big Mick is going to use that cardiac sensor to headshot Ajax right through the door.
And easy money takes out the last one. I mean, it wasn't a bad attempt, but with all the intel gathering on the side of UT, it was a very, very, very difficult challenge to bring that round back.
Yeah, I mean, we're also seeing just how effective Big Mick is on that pulse. We saw the cardiac sensor, the quick switch to the gun in the headshot on an Ajax. Definitely very good at cleaning up the end of the round, especially with 40 seconds left. It can be a little hectic, and you can lose a 2v4 pretty easily if you're not careful. So securing that for the team pretty much sets San Antonio up to a decent position in this half already.
Yeah, now we're going to see lobby press room hold for the first time. Interesting operator picks, pretty standard with the Cafe Town and the Maestro. Probably going to be looking towards a main entrance take into lobby. Castle, I would imagine, is going to be blocking off that door, but we'll see what happens. IQ actually gets sixth picked on too, which is interesting. We'll see if they can make better use of it now than they have been able to in the past 4 rounds.
We have a dot coming out too. Definitely pretty much picking that, I would assume, for the ACOG and having the MP5, which is a very strong gun, especially once you put the ACOG on that, you're going to be able to hold down that first floor lobby and really just hold out whatever long angles they're trying to do to take control of that plant site.
Yeah, Doc definitely an operative with a lot of fragging potential. And if a player is comfortable on Doc, it's a scary thing to witness. Looks like we're going to see a projector balcony run out maybe from Vlad here. Could be interesting. Or no.
Vlad is currently sitting at 7 kills. Definitely doing very good in the frag department for the team. That's an angle I actually haven't really seen before. It's going to get shot at a little bit by Ace. However, neither of them has the angle to take the other out. Just a little bit of a standoff. Wolves will pick up one of the black guys outside on the palm tree.
Yeah, and that's a huge pickup of the intel denial. That's probably one of the first times we've actually seen the IQ get much use as far as taking out gadget scope, but that is a really big one for this specific site take.
Ace is gonna unfortunately moonwalk out of the game there. Hopefully we'll be back before the next round. However, cannot call for the rehost now. They're gonna have to play down a player. Second time this has happened to Prescott tonight. Not good luck on their part.
Yeah, that is really, really unfortunate for Prescott. That Maestro cam, nobody's on it right now, but that could provide some really valuable intel on this Blackbeard. Looking into piano here.
Yeah, looks like no one really is in piano at all. Blackbeard is kind of vibing out there, not really finding anyone. I stand corrected. Prime is there behind the desk.
Yeah, that's a good place to play if you're Maestro there. Not exposed from really any angle, and then once you get that intel from that Maestro cam, you can just pop up, land some shots hopefully, and take out the player playing on that rappel on piano window. But Blackbeard had thought better of that. Moved away from the piano window. Try to set the new angle.
Ugly Primo and Lord in the meantime are going to take shots at each other, but Ugly Primo is going to turn away as Easy Money picks up Ajax, picking up the Jaeger this time instead of Vlad. Opting to run the Doc. Is coming down to the wire. 45 seconds left. Not looking terribly hot for the numbers in the terms of Prescott. However, they have plant control, but that Maestro cam is going to give them a little bit of trouble.
Fire able to take out one. Ace is back. Ugly Prime takes out Lord here. And now in this 2v4 scenario with this Maestro cam still up, it's going to be tough. And then, yeah, Fire gets taken down. 1v4 situation. Wolves able to take out one, but not this. And that's the fourth round for UT.
Yeah, in the last map we talked about a 4-2 split, and this is Prescott's map, so I would assume they have the capability to definitely win 5 rounds on defense. So for them, it's really, once again, down to this round. They need to get this win and go to the 2-4 split into the half for the map.
Yeah, if they don't get this this last round on attack here, it's going to be tough for them to make a comeback. Especially because we don't know what UT has in store on the attack. We haven't seen them play this map at all this season, so they could, potentially have some pretty interesting strats that Prescott isn't ready to deal with. We'll see, though. We'll see.
It is important to note that the only round Prescott has won tonight has been on console meeting office, which is where we are now. So there is a chance they can repeat history and come back to this 4-2. And that's really what they want. We've been saying it. I know it sounds funny to say they want to win the round because, you always want to win the round. But this one is definitely vital to their play tonight.
Yeah, everybody always wants to win, but this is one that you really don't want to lose, I think is a better way to look at it. Like if you can't really afford to lose this round, if you're Prescott, you can afford to lose a couple, but if you're facing a 5-1 half on your attacker side, it's not a really great place to be for you.
Yeah,
We're going to get the same cam out, which is hopefully they'll be able to see it because it provided a lot of really valuable intel for the defenders in the last time that we played it.
And I was going to say, if that cam gets spotted, as we say here, Ajax trying to pick it up, pings it for the team, is going to go pick that up, and that's going to be a lot of utility down right away. Their vision is somewhat gone. However, Big Mick is still standing there with that cardiac sensor, even though not really fragging out down there. Definitely doing a ton in terms of intel for the team.
Yeah, that intel gathered by the pulses. Oh, did Lord get that down?
Attackers dropped the diffuser.
Oh, okay.
Definitely unfortunate again for Prescott. Third time tonight. However, they're going to have to play it through as it is action phase. Ace is going to respond with a pick on Vlad. The roamer already down. Putting it back at a 4-4.
Unfortunately, they lost the player to the DC, but I mean, at least before they DC, they did some work in the round, which is nice.
They do have good map.
True.
This bot Prime is going to be in a very, very tough position. Is going to be taken down by Ace with a double kill, putting their team up by an operator. A good position to be with still a minute and a half left in the round.
Pulse still does have the C4 available. Gonna throw it out. Not gonna be able to get one. Takes a little bit of damage, but not quite the right placement. Now they know they're dealing with a Pulse down in Visa office. And this IQ is gonna come into play in a big way here, I think.
Ajax has the potential to get the pick. Is gonna pick around and pick up Big Mick. It's all up to Easy Money and Ugly Primo. Both separated pretty far from each other as Ace is gonna try to push in here with Ajax onto A site, picking up Easy Money, but that's not going to be easy money for them as that shotgun is going to do a lot of damage.
Oof, well, you know, that is the best possible outcome for Prescott, even after they get that DC early in the round. That
Definitely.
The attack on smoke, pretty easy for them. They had it all droned out. A lot of angles onto the smoke, and then just quick little pinch, and you cook them with gas there.
Yeah, and I think we might hit a CEA record here for having 3 disconnects, 3 individual sets of disconnects, and no rehost so far. I think that's pretty impressive how each player has managed to come back so far, and especially Prescott coming back there from the 1-player deficit, especially losing that Hibana. They're ready to win. They're picking up the Maestro and the Echo, and they're going Teller's Archives
to split. Consulate's one of those, one of the only maps that we have in competitive play where all 4 of the bomb sites are viable, which is really, really interesting and leads to a lot of variety from defenses. So it's nice that we get to see this split defense for the first time this game.
Yeah, even though it is viable, you don't really see it picked too much, but I'm excited to see what they pull out here. It's definitely going to throw San Antonio in for a little bit of a spin because I doubt you're expecting a team to pick Teller's Archives first in the half.
Yeah, that is a pretty bold maneuver for a first pick. They seemingly have a pretty good plan for what they want to do here on this defense, and we'll see if it ends up panning out for them. Interesting, they have only played Consulate once this season, so there isn't a lot of intel for UT to gather, like as far as watching VODs and stuff goes. So this could be an entirely new setup that UT isn't ready for.
Yeah, and I'm excited to see this. I always like when teams pick sites that we don't see a lot, pick operators we don't see a lot, and this is going to be what it is here, as we're going to see, it looks like San Antonio is going to opt to go through Garage and push towards Archives, as that's where they're pretty much putting all their intel and their operators at. They're throwing a ton of utility at this wall right here. Sledge on Ugly Primo, going to open that up, but they're going to be cautious here, droning that out to make sure no one is in kitchen or on Spiral.
This is crazy. I hadn't noticed the operator lineup from Prescott until just now. The focus on intel from this lineup is incredible. With the Maestro, Pulse, Mozzie, Echo, and Valkyrie, they have a lot of information to work with. and we'll see if they can use it effectively. Unfortunately, Wolf's gonna get droned out there inside of an electrical. But Lord able to take out get the opening pick in the round onto the Zofia of Vlad. That could be a huge pickup.
A strong pick, definitely, because that's pretty much one of their biggest fragging powers is that Zofia operator. And they're going to have the operator advantage going here. 1:35 left in the round. San Antonio has decent control of that floor, but they're going to have to contest Spiral. Ajax is going to switch off, giving Big Mick a taste of their own money with that pulse kill.
That's fun to see the pulse running the shotgun. You don't see that very often, and it's nice to see it work out. Ace able to get the 3rd kill of the round. Takes a lot of damage for it, but you know, get that pick. That's all that matters.
Primo is very close to Spiral, where 2 operators are hanging. Is going to pick up Ace, and Prime is going to pick up Lord, putting it actually in range of San Antonio to come back. However, Fire Dipper is going to respond, getting the pick onto Prime, leaving it just up to Ugly Primo to pick up the diffuser and finish off the last 3 attackers.
Doesn't do any damage with that nade, actually. It's pretty unfortunate. But now they know exactly where he's coming from. This should be a pretty clean end to the round, I would imagine, for Prescott here on this defense. Oh, Ugly able to get 1, though. Could prove me wrong here. Making his way upstairs now. Takes out the cam in V's office, and I'll see what he's going to do. Is able to get the diffuser. Peeks down into archives. Well, this Echo drone is going to make any plant possibility pretty much non-existent here.
5 seconds remaining.
And that's the round for Prescott. That was pretty well executed. The intel was used very effectively by them. And you got the shotgun pulse able to take out 1 down over by Visa Stairs from playing from Harry Potter. And then the Echo holding the long angle from that corner of archives underneath Visa Hatch was, you know, proved to be something that UT wasn't ready to deal with, which was very beneficial for Prescott that round.
Yeah, I mean, just having the Echo, because Ugly Primo had control of that first floor site in Tellers. But, you know, with that Echo drone, they really didn't have to put any pressure. Prescott could just sit in their spot on basement floor and realize that, you know, once Ugly Primo's the only one left, all they have to do is just shock him when he's trying to plant. And that's what they didn't have to do, because Ugly Primo was forced into the 1v2 scenario, trying to play the good old team deathmatch, try to kill the entire other team.
Yeah, I think Ugly realized the situation he was in and just thought, maybe I'll go get some frags before the round's over, because I'm not going to win it anyway. So I wasn't able to get any, but
Located by attackers.
Yeah, I mean, I personally enjoyed that round because not only does it bring us closer to a very close game, 3-4, already starkly different than the first map, but, you know, that's a sight you don't see a lot, and having a team win that is definitely good for your momentum and your morale. Coming into half, winning a site that isn't usually picked, it's definitely got to feel good for Prescott.
I have never seen that angle get set up, the one that we just saw Wolf setting up from garage behind White Van all the way through cafeteria door into the bottom of Visa Stairs. See if you can actually make anything of that. It'd be nice to see.
Vlad is going to be shooting into garage, trying to blow the ADS. Holy Primo is going to get the frag off. Can the Electroclaw go off in time?
Yeah, he
It's going to get one not Electroclaw, Exothermic Charge. They both start with an E. The frag is going to go out again. I don't think the utility will stop it this time. Yeah, Wolves is out of Electroclaw, so that wall is going to get opened up for San Antonio.
Vlad runs right down to the side of truck here.
A bomb has been located.
We'll see. Cade not able to realize that in time. And now Vlad is making his way out of sight, has able to take out the one cafeteria, and now it's a 3v5. Maestro doing his best to get some shots off onto Vlad, but not able to. Ace gets one back, and then Lord gets another one with that.
Attackers activating diffuser. Defenders have located the diffuser.
Now back into a 3v3 with the bomb plant.
Yeah, Prescott's in a very tricky spot here. That's going to be hard to defuse without going outside and taking up a kill or two, as Big Mick puts him in an even worse position, headshotting Fire Derp. It's all up to Lord and Ace to get those last 2 kills. Prime has a very tight angle on the diffuser with a teammate backing up. Prime getting the kill on the Lord. Not much Ace can do, as San Antonio will win their first round of the half.
Yeah, that plant spot is incredibly difficult to retake, especially when you're playing a man down and you have no first floor control. Yeah, that round kind of fell apart a little bit after Vlad was able to just run in onto site, fully flashed, and wasn't taken out by the Cade of Wolves. Oh, I'm gonna Vlad disconnect there. Probably gonna rehost there. Yep.
Dang, I cursed it. I
First
said,
one,
man, we went 3
commentator
disconnects
curse.
and no rehost. And then this happened. So we will have a rehost. We'll return. All right, we'll stay live, but we are going to get back to the match as quick as we can. 3-5, San Antonio in the lead.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Okay.
We are going to have to remake the lobby here a little bit. So in the meantime, definitely, I think, top showing so far from San Antonio has got to be Vlad. I mean, we saw the roam and entry frag potential from that player on the previous round, running it with that Zofia, managing to get not only 2 kills, but pretty much force Prescott into an undesirable situation, pretty much right off the bat.
Yeah, undesirable is, yeah, to say the least. You really don't want to lose operators like that so early in the round, especially when you're defending Garage specifically. It's once you lose those players, those anchors inside of Garage, it becomes very difficult to deny the plant, especially from where the other 3 players were located on the map. And once that diffuser gets planted in front of White Van, you're not very often gonna see a successful retake, especially with the Garage panel opened up, some nice angles being held by UT. That's really difficult to come back from, and unfortunately for Prescott, they weren't able to do it. Should be interesting to see if they go back there, though. Who knows?
Yeah, so due to the rehost, nothing was locked, so we will have a fresh round here. However, Teller's Archives and Cafe Garage are still going to be locked Cafe Garage will not be locked, but Teller's Archives will still be locked due to the rounds. Why we set this back up, quick little information about tomorrow night's match. Be sure to tune in at, I believe it is 9 p.m. for Virginia Tech versus University of Akron. Tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Definitely going to be a good game. I'm excited for that one. I'll definitely be watching it. You should come to and tune in. In the meantime, though, we are shortly going to get back into Consulate. Currently 3-5 in favor of San Antonio. What do you think the rest of this map is going to play out like from what you've seen so far?
I don't know. I think we need to see some heavier roam presence from Prescott, because the way that UT has been able to take so much map control so early has negatively affected the defensive capabilities of Prescott throughout the map. I think we'll see a few more rounds from Prescott, though, on this defense. They've looked pretty strong for the most part. Just it kind of fell apart a little bit on that last basement hold that we saw.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely know how to hold sites on this map. I agree, though. The lack of roam really hurt him on the last round. However, we are going to have a fresh round here. Looks like we are pretty much set up here. We're going to have Prescott going back on defense for round 9 versus San Antonio on attack. Currently 3-5. If San Antonio wins this next round, putting them at 3-6, they guarantee at least a tie for the map, giving them the partial win for the night at least, which will be very crucial in their standings in overall Open League. I mean, you know, sitting at 11th, you pretty much only want to go up from there overall. That's very impressive, especially because we have a large pool of teams in Open League.
Yeah, very large pool of teams.
We are going to get right into round 9. Let's see where these teams decide to go. Looks like we're going to go back to Cafe Garage.
Yeah, that should be interesting to see if they adjust the hold here. They're definitely adjusting the operator picks. That's for sure. Opting not to take the Maestro, which is interesting. The Maestro cams didn't play a huge role that round just because of how fast it went. There wasn't a lot of opportunity to gather much intel or, you know, deny much map control with those cams. So it makes sense that they would choose to move away from it and take the Echo instead.
Yeah, especially when Zofia has been picked pretty heavily. Her lifeline can pretty easily take out those evil eyes, especially when you have Sledge to do the job of taking out those Electro Claws. Although, depending on where Wolves place them, they might be able to secure that garage wall a little bit better this time, which will help them out in the defense.
Yeah, we did see him place all of his Electro Claws down on the ground in front of those garage wall panels, which is an interesting decision. You don't see that too often, especially when you're playing against so many grenade ops, but didn't pay off for him last round, so yeah, we'll see if he makes that adaptation this round.
I mean, not picking up the Jaeger also means that San Antonio isn't going to have to use flashes to blow through any ADSs to open up that wall. However, it looks like they have Fire Derp sitting upstairs in that little closet. Doesn't even have its own name. Is going to pick up a drone. Vlad is going to take it down, but Fire Derp is going to get the pick onto the Zofia. That's very important as Ugly Primo refrags onto Ajax. Pushing up already. Big Mick is going to pick up Fire Derp. Not looking too good. They had that good first initial pick, but San Antonio responded pretty quickly.
Wolves able to get one back. Ace able to get a second one, and now just like that, we're in a 3v2 situation. Doc gonna be able to heal himself back up. Overheals just a little tiny bit. And now Prescott should be aware that this push was coming from the Visa cafeteria side. Prime able to take out Ace there. That's the Doc down. No more healing for the rest of the round for Prescott.
It's a 2v2, but you have two very strong operators still alive. That Echo and the Kite are definitely going to prove worthy opponents as Lord takes down Prime. It's all up to Ugly Primo. However, minute and a half left. 1v2 is not the worst place you can be in. There's still a lot of time for them to make their maneuvers, pick out an operator, preferably Echo, and then clutch the end of the round.
Yeah, this is definitely doable for Primo. He's had a pretty good round thus far. It just all depends on whether or not he's able to gather this crucial intel on where these operators are playing on site. Then we're able to open up a lot of this floor. Even if he doesn't get a pick out of it, he will apply a lot of pressure on the anchors that are down in garage. Specifically, in this case, Wolf on the Cade.
They are going to have to be careful, though, because Ugly Primo does not have Diffuser. Wolves is going to try for the C4, but opting not to do it, saving that, probably good move, as Ugly Primo is going to try to rotate down Spiral Stairwell, coming in from behind, trying to get the round win. Not going to see anyone right away. However, a ping will go down. Looks like they're spam pinging someone on site.
Yeah, we're gonna see the Echo getting spam pinged out inside of security. Try to get some intel on where to throw those grenades. Gets a lot of damage done onto the Echo. Takes out him, and now it's a 1v1. Wolves versus Ugly here.
10 seconds remaining.
Ugly picks up the diffuser. Wolves hanging out in a really good position to hold the rest of this round. Able to get the kill, and that's it. Yeah, that was a great positioning from Wolves. You don't, if you're sledging that scenario, you probably aren't gonna look out for that angle. You don't see people laying down there very often. And with the 7 seconds left in the round, either you get the kill because he doesn't see you, or you just wait out the clock because he doesn't see you. And that's what ended up happening. And now we're a 4v5 round count. Gonna make our way back to split, which was very successful for Prescott the first time I went to it.
I mean, you can't blame Ugly Primo for not checking the area. As you said, most people would be hiding behind that white truck.
Yeah,
however, we are going to go back to Teller's Archives. Do you think San Antonio is going to realize what's going on and we come back and win this round?
Yeah, so we're going to see them going back to this split. Taking the same operator lineup they took the first time. We're going to see maybe we'll get another long angle held from the Echo, get a good pick towards the end of the round like we were able to see last time. Hopefully they can get as much use out of all this utility as they were able to the first time they took this site. But if you're UT, you should be expecting all of this intel to be all around the map, and you'll probably end up being a little bit more thorough than you were the first time, clearing out some of that intel. I would like to see a garage side take from UT here, maybe get one person up into admin, try to clear out any roamers they might have, and put some pressure onto Prescott from above, which they weren't able to apply very effectively the first time they were attacking this site. And yeah, that's exactly what we're going to see. Four players making their way towards admin. I don't imagine that we'll see all of them jump in there, but they are going to get a lot of intel with these drones, realizing that admin is clear for them to move into. And they're going to be pretty thorough droning out this second floor, as they should be. Make sure they don't get caught off guard by any of the upstairs roamers. Doesn't seem like Prescott actually has any, though, so not that intel gathering is wasted, but not going to force anyone out of position there.
Yeah, I mean, they have a pretty strong lineup here for holding out, as they did last time. Prime is already going to open up that hatch in admin towards Visa. Ajax is going to be using that cardiac since they're going to spot someone over towards lobby. Not going to go for them yet. They're doing pretty well at being patient, I'd say.
Yeah, this is shaping up to be a pretty good hold from Prescott. They didn't have to give up any map control on second floor because they didn't have any. And they seem to be pretty well prepared to deal with a push from above from UT. Ace able to get the opening pick for the round inside of piano bathroom hallway onto the Zofia of Vlad up at over at yellow stairs. Pulse is going to be opening up a little bit upstairs from archives, maybe hoping to gather some sound intel, maybe see a foot running by. Primo starts up a gunfight with a fire derp's Echo, throws a grenade down, doesn't get any damage off. Takes a little damage himself in that gunfight, but nothing more will come of that right now.
Oh, Prime started planting the diffuser, but Wolves got C4 as they get the... Wolves gets another pick on a Big Mick as one of the players for Prescott disconnects yet again. Ugly Primo has the position here to possibly plant. However, it's going to be very hard to do with that Echo still there. 23 seconds left in the round. They're going to have to make something happen. Looks like Echo's not going to have any drones to use, and the plant is going to go down. Fire Derp is going to be taken out pretty quickly going up those stairs. Is only injured, so they still have a chance, but not enough time to pick him up as Ugly Primo picks up Ace, putting it down to essentially a 2v2. However, Fire Derp is going to get picked back up as Lord Macon peeks in and does take out Ugly Primo. It's all up to easy money here for San Antonio. It's going to get hit with the air jab, but is also going to knock back a defender. Fire Derp has the potential. Ooh, is taken down by Lord Make. They have time to get the diffuser, gets the defusal, and Prescott gets their next round win.
Yeah, that was a really good retake we saw from Prescott there. Really got to see the power of Maestro's Alda, which, I mean, as everybody should know at this point, is a really, really, really strong gun to be holding sights with and just win gunfights outright. He was able to get that last clutch kill onto the IQ with probably like 4 or 5 HP left, and that was what allowed them to win the round while the diffuser was being disabled by his teammate.
Yeah, I mean, that 4v2 scenario definitely gave them leeway to, you know, as you said, have a really nice retake, just play into the time really well. And they ended up putting it at 5-5. This is really close. This is probably the closest a team has been this season at putting San Antonio, University of Texas, out of a total win. And I'd be surprised here if, or I would not be surprised here if this map is a tie, or if Prescott walks away with the W.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely would be right in saying that UT is on the back foot here. We are going to go up to a second floor hold, which I don't believe we've seen so far from the defense of Prescott. Opting to take the smoke, and then the Legion was very, very important on this site, able to stop any pushes up, use the stairs over on that side, just because that's probably going to be a pretty heavy traffic route this round, I would imagine. UT has loved starting their takes over on that admin side. Let's see if they end up doing that again this round.
Yeah, we're going to have easy money pick up the IQ. We've seen IQ pretty much make or break the intel of the defenders based on how well the user finds intel here. I mean, we don't have a Valkyrie, but those Mozzies and Gumines are going to be pretty open to easy money there. They're going to be pretty easy money for them to take out.
You really can't not hit on that pun, right? Like when
yes, I think that's the second time this map.
You got to go for it.
Yes, you definitely do. In the meantime, Fire Derp is hanging out. An admin frag will go out from Ugly Primo, is going to hit Fire Derp, putting them down below 20 HP. Definitely one shot from any gun now. A very bad spot to be in without a dock.
Yeah, I don't think we were able to catch it, but he definitely must have been droned out from that position. Get a really nice grenade throw from Primo, and then not able to take out that drone as it moves back, hiding behind that little cabinet inside of admin.
We do have Vlad here with a very strong position. That Blackbeard is going to be very deadly on those office windows. Ugly Primo is going to finish off Fire Derp using that second frag, getting San Antonio their first pick of the round.
Yeah, the first opening pick for the last few rounds, and now that gives them, not sure if they know it yet, but that gives them all admin control. Lord able to take out the one inside of bathroom. Easy trades it right back. And then Prime looking to get maybe some hits through the wall there inside of admin. Unfortunately for him, nobody will be there. But Jaeger gets droned out. Unable to move, but gets the kill. And now we're back down to a 3v3 situation here.
Prescott has a pretty strong hold that Blackbeard can't really do much by themselves over on those windows as long as Prescott doesn't go into the view. Prime has the potential, is going to see the feet, going to take down Ace, upping their chances of guaranteeing the tie here as Ajax hits Prime. Take down. It's all up to Ajax and Lord as Vlad is pushing in Prescott has the potential to guarantee the tie here, and they will.
There it is.
Getting the round win, round 11, Lord making with the final kill for the round.
I think a really important part of that round towards the end there was the Gridlock being able, stepping on that goo mine and then giving the intel of where she was and knowing that she wasn't able to effectively defend herself, able to push in, grab that kill pretty easily with the shotgun of smoke.
So, this is all on the table for both teams. If Prescott wins this, they get the tie and do not lose any points. And Texas does not gain any points. However, they're going to have to, if San Antonio wants to get any points for tonight, they're going to have to get the partial win by tying up this map. And it's all on this round right here.
Yeah, UT is right now staring down the barrel of their first non-victory, looking at a partial win for this match if they're able to secure this last round. And now it's going to all come down to this basement hold from Prescott and see, I forgot their name for a second there. But we'll see if they're able to successfully defend this. They have had some trouble with it in the past. We've seen throughout this map, but the operator lineup looks pretty solid to defend the type of attack that UT has been throwing at them. So we'll see. They're going to be able to slow them down a lot in their initial push, and I would really like to see some more presence from Prescott towards the archives, bottom of Visa Stairs area. Because in the past, we've seen UT be able to kind of just move in through Visa, walk down Visa Stairs, and take over control of that area, basically uncontested. And that's been to the detriment of Prescott in every single basement hold they've had here.
Yeah, they're going to have to blow through that wall there. Trying the best they can.
They don't seem to have any
30
grenades of sledge
round, not they're getting deep control of that though.
Capitao able to make his way in towards the top of Yellow Stairs, and Big Mick able to follow up now, having that intel that Piano is clear, setting up that air jab over by main lobby. Gonna prevent any rotations there. Primo trying to get this next Electro Claw out. Is able to do that. Actually, Vlad on the Zofia will be able to shoot it away. And this wall will be opened on both sides this time.
And that's going to be pretty big, as Wolves is kind of just holding a tight angle there. Is going to be able to take down Vlad. That's pretty big. Almost getting a second kill. Going to barely miss the shots on Prime. That's a good first pick for Prescott.
And Wolf able to make it out of that situation with a full health bar, which is pretty impressive. Polygon doesn't take any damage from that grenade, but is very, very low. A single tick from those Capitao asphyxiation arrows will probably take him out at this point. But Prescott does still have a really effective setup for this speed fence. And Lord able to take out one with the echo through that little tiny hole, and then Fire Derp gets the second one. Now, in a 2v5 situation, Ace may be able to heal up Wolf here. It's going to be pretty tough for UT to take this round back.
Ugly Primo is on exit stairs. He's going to have to work very hard with only 43 seconds left in the round. They're staring down the face of a 2v5. Granted, Wolves is at low health, but they also have the dock up. Ugly Primo might not know that there's one right at the bottom of exit stairs.
Yeah, they're just going to have to go for this push. Two people in through garage. Hope they don't get any. Wolf takes out one. Yep, and there we go. That's that round. That's the game. Look at that.
Yeah, Wolves ending up the game for the team with a nice triple on basement. Definitely a good showing from both teams. definitely a very exciting match. That is San Antonio's first non-win. It's not their first loss, but for Prescott, that's pretty good to say, like, hey, you are the team that actually stood up to San Antonio.
Yeah, that was a really impressive showing from Prescott to be able to come back. I believe they started this map losing the first 2 rounds immediately, and then they didn't let it get to their head. They just kept calm and focused on their own strategy. It was their map pick after all, and they knew what they wanted to do going in. And even though it seemed like UT was probably hiding some strats on that map, seeing as that was the first time we've seen them play it all season, it didn't pay off for them in the end. They were just not able to counter any of Prescott's defenses.
Yeah.
My
So
bad, my bad.
definitely good showing. Prescott winning their pick, each team winning their own pick. But I'd say that's pretty impressive coming from an 0-7, managing to pick yourself up, coming back for a 7-5. That's the type of games we want here at CA. Nice, close games down to the wire. Good tie. I'd say definitely a very interesting series for a tie. Back and forth, especially on the last map. Prescott coming back, being down 1-4 at one point, coming back a lot of rounds in a row. 4 rounds in the row, actually, at the end.
Yeah, especially to come off that 7-0 loss on Clubhouse and be able to pick your heads up and go in and play a map that went all the way to the very last round and win it. That's pretty impressive, and it looks really good for them.
Yeah, thank you for watching. By the way, before we go, if you missed the announcement earlier, we do have a game tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Virginia Tech versus University of Akron. It'll be a very good game. Invite League, I believe. Be sure to tune in. Rotating Bagel, do you have anything else to add?
No, I don't think so. I think we covered it. We all got to see a pretty exciting match, and I'm glad I was here to see it.
Yeah, definitely agreed 100%. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at CEA Siege and follow us here on Twitch. We stream a lot of games, usually one every weeknight. If you like Siege, especially College Siege, be sure to give us a follow. I'm King of Dopenshire.
And I'm Rotating Bagel.
Good night, everybody.